Hi friends, today we're going to be making a watercolor pencil painting. I'm inspired today by a painter named Claude Monet. He's really famous for painting water lilies, and I will show you some water lilies up here or maybe over here. And today we're going to be using our watercolor pencils. And remember, we know that they are watercolor pencils because there is a little brush that's going to be right there. If it doesn't have the brush, then it's not a watercolor pencil. Today we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need our white paper, and we're going to need a packet that is going to help us in a couple of steps draw our flowers today, our lotus flowers. So let's get started. Our first step is to write your name and your teacher's name on the back of your white paper. And you're going to flip it over. Next, using the tutorial guide that I've given you, we're going to create step by step our flower. And remember, you want to really draw lightly at first so that we don't press really hard. And this is called sketching, meaning that we're not pressing super hard. If you make a mistake, it's totally fine. I make mistakes all the time. Now we're making the lily pad. And I really lightly sketch kind of like a half of a circle or an oval on the bottom. And you might want to turn your page to get it right. And notice I'm drawing very lightly, so I'm not pressing very hard. Now that our drawing is complete, we're going to use our watercolor pencils to start coloring in our details. Remember, with watercolor pencils, the really awesome thing about them is that you can layer them and you can mix your colors. So I'm using multiple colors. I'm using reds, I'm using pinks, I'm using yellows. And again, your flower can look any way you'd like. It can be a different color if you'd like. Each leaf could be, or each petal could be a different color. They could be polka dot, they could have patterns. They can really look however you'd like. My lily pads are going to be green and yellow. I'm using different kinds of greens. And I'm adding some dark blues for the reflections in my water. And I did kind of like a sunset thing for my sky, and I left a little loose. That means that I didn't draw really hard, but you're welcome to do whatever you'd like. Again, this is what my drawing looks like. And now the fun part, now we add water. Now remember, if you want to have your colors be blended, then you're going to go over everything. If you want your colors to maintain the spaces they're in, like I don't really want my flower to mix with my background, so I'm doing my background first. And off camera, I have a cup of water that I'm dipping into so that we don't mix colors. And I'm using a very small brush for my details so that those colors don't mix.